Good morning, students. In this video, we will see the type 1 problem with respect to the projection of planes. And when it comes to the VTU primer, we have 50 problems, and those 50 problems we are going to categorize to 3 to 4 categories. Okay, in that one, we are going to see the first condition which says the lamina will be resting on the edge and the same resting edge will be inclined to the respective plane. And when you look for the problem, okay, so here we have a set of problems. If you just go on reading the each problem, you will understand there is a similarity between each problem. Say, for example, if I take the problem number one, where we say an equilateral triangular lamina, 25 sides, lies with one of its edges on HP, such that the surface of the lamina is inclined to HP at 60 degree. The edge on which it rests is inclined to VP at 60 degree. That means the lamina is resting on HP on one of its edges, and in the second position the surface of the lamina is inclined to HP at 60 degree, and in the third position the edge on which it rests is inclined at 60 degree to the VP. Okay. If you read again problem number 8, you can say like there is a square lamina 40 side rests on one of its sides on HP. The lamina makes 30 degree to HP, and the side on which it rests makes 45 degree to the VP. Just give me a minute. Okay. Now you can understand. See, if you see the problem number 1, okay, and number 8. Okay, so the only the lamina is replaced, rest and all. Here we have used a term called edges, and here we have used term called sides. Both are same. And here we say the surface, and here we say the lamina. Again, both are same. The edge on which it rests, you can say the side on which it rests. Here he has used a side, so here he has used the edge, so they are using that one. So the words will remain same as it is. And even if you look back to the problem number 19, okay, you can see Pentagonal lamina edges 25 resting on HP with one of its sides such that the surface makes an angle of 60 degree with the HP. The edge on which it rests is inclined 45 degree to the VP. So like that we have set up problem. If you go on reading the each problem, so you will understand that the all the problems looks the same, only there is a change in the plane. Okay, so when such a problem comes here, okay, so there are a few set of questions we need to ask ourselves when it comes to the projection of planes. Okay, the very first question we are supposed to ask ourselves is what type of lamina it is. Okay, say for example, if I take a problem number 90, you can refer to 1 and 8. Already it is there in the playlist. We'll go with the problem number 19. So the very first question we need to ask ourselves is what type of lamina it is. Okay, for that one, the first word itself will give the answer. It's a pentagonal lamina. So we are supposed to know like how to construct a pentagon. Okay, for any polygon, for any polygon, if you take the exterior angle, there are two angles, okay, interior and exterior angle. So here normally the exterior angle will be equal to 360 degree divided by n. Okay, so where n is equal to number of sides. Okay, so now here we have a pentagon, so we will be having 360 divided by 5, that will be equal to 72 degree. Okay, so remember this one, so that will be helpful in order to construct any type of the polygons. Okay, so now here we have a pentagon, so I have taken this as a 5. If it is a triangle, we will take it as a 3, then the answer will be 120. If it is a hexagon, we will take it 6, and the answer will be 60 degree. Okay, the very first thing we need to know, like, so how to construct that whatever the plane surface. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Now the next question we need to ask ourselves is So it is there is a pentagonal lamina on what it is resting now. Okay, or else we can say where it is resting. Okay, so there will be only two answer for that one again. So here we will have only the two things. Either it should be resting on HP, or it should be resting on the VP. Okay, so there will be only two options when it comes to the next question. Okay, where it is resting, whether it is resting on HP or whether it is resting on VP. So once, if you see the problem again here, okay, here clearly it says it is resting on HP. Okay, so once we understand it is resting on the HP, okay, so here in the before the HP we'll write, okay, so it will be HP, then sir VP. Okay, we'll write like this, HP, HP and VP. Why we are writing that one, we'll see. So once we come across it is resting on the HP, we'll write HP, HP and VP. Suppose if the lamina is resting on the VP, okay, then so this we are going to replace and we are going to write it is VP, VP, then it will be HP like this. Okay, that's the very first thing we need to understand. The first thing is to know the type of a lamina. The next thing is where it is resting. Okay, whether it is resting on VP or a HP. So once we know it is resting on HP, so without any second thought you write HP, HP and VP. Now the next question we are supposed to ask, like, yes, it is resting on HP, on what? Okay, I in that one there will be two options now. Okay, one will be edge or sides and one will be corner. Okay, so these are the two options we are going to have it when we are going to have a with respect to the HP. So the first position. Okay, now again if you go back and read the problem, they say it is resting on with one of its sides. Okay, that means the answer is clear here. So it is resting on the side. Just will highlight that one. Okay, so now corner is ruled out. So means you are supposed to answer like for each question already we have an option. You are just to choose that one. Okay, then you will understand the things. Next, again HP. What is inclined to the HP now? Okay, we are supposed to ask like what is inclined. If you read again here the problem, the surface makes an angle of 60 degree with the HP. That means here we'll be having a three options here. Okay, one sometimes we call it the planes, one sometimes we call it as a surface, and sometimes we call that as a lamina. Okay, all these words remain same. And here he says the surface of the lamina makes an angle of 60 degree with the HP. So now here the surface he has used. So let's highlight that one, and it is inclined at 60 degree. Okay, sometimes you will get confused the angle also. So better we will write the angle also. Okay, and the last option is now what is inclined to the BP? Again, if you continue the reading the problem, so the edge on which it treads is inclined at 45 degree to the VP. That means the resting edge is inclined. Okay, so here we are going to have the resting edge and you write the angle. What is the angle? 45 degree. Okay, so like that. So maybe we will take this resting on VP similarly. Okay, so maybe while taking the next problem and all, we'll see. For timing, we'll keep this aside. Okay, you are supposed to ask the same question again when it comes to the VP also. Okay, so very first question, type of a lamina. So it's a pentagon. The next question, whether it is resting on HP or VP. You give an option to yourself. Now clearly we can understand it is resting on the HP. So once we understand on the HP, so on what it is resting, there will be again two options, edge or a corner. So here they have given an edge. So let me just delete this corner for time being. Okay, so one that one is done. Next will be what is inclined to the HP, and there will be three options normally: plane, surface, lamina, and all. Again, in the continuation, we will be having the median, bisector, all those things that we'll see maybe when it comes to the next problem and all. For a time being, we'll keep it simple. and here surface makes an angle of 60 degree, and the next one will be what is inclined, the VP, and here clearly you say it is resting edge which is inclined at 45 degree to the VP. Okay, so this is how exactly we are going to take up the data. That's a very important one. Okay, and if you read any of the problem, okay, you can understand. Okay, so what exactly it is inclined and all. Okay, so even if you take here, okay, say number 40, you can see the hexagonal lamina, sides 20 mm. The first question answer is hexagon, say rests on one of its sides on HP. The next question will be on HP, then on one of its sides. You got to answer for both the questions. Now what is inclined? The lamina is inclined. And what is inclined to the VP? The side on which it rests is inclined at a 30 degree to the VP. Okay, so like that you are supposed to understand in that way. Okay, if I take the same one with respect to the VP here, okay, let's say if the plane is resting on one of its VP now. Okay, so we have one problem here. We will read that and we'll go for the solution now. Okay, this one, there is an hexagonal lamina, sides 25 mm, rests on one of its sides on VP. Okay, so it is resting on VP now. So once we know VP, we'll write VP, VP, HP. Then the next question, on what it is resting on VP, either edge or a corner. Again here we have a edge. Then what is inclined to the VP now? Okay, see, you can see the lamina makes again the same terminology whatever we have used here. Okay, the surface of the lamina makes. Now what is inclined to the HP now? So you see, the side on which it rests makes an angle of a 45 degree to the HP. Okay, like that. So whenever you get such a problems, okay, so we are supposed to ask some 3 to 4 question and write down this one. I have an habit of writing this one on a sheet of paper. Then you will get a clarity. Okay, so how to go with the problem. So to have a solution here, okay, so already we said for projection of planes and lines and all, we'll stick only to the first quadrant. So we'll have one XY line here, 0.13. Then we'll go with the text here, capital X and Y. Then if you need, you can write VP, front view, and HP, top view. Okay. So the next thing is, it is resting on HP. When a plane is resting on HP, the actual shape of that plane will be visible in the top view. Say for example, any object which is lying on the floor. If you want to see that one, you are supposed to see from the top. Or else the best example is a keyboard. You want to see which and all the keys are there in the keyboard, you are supposed to look from the top view. Okay, so we are going to start from here. So how to construct a pentagon, I have told already here. Okay, so we need to have a 72 degree for any plane. Always remember, the first line will be of horizontal line. Take it 0.5 now. Okay, so click here and just leave the mouse. They have given 25 mm side, 25, enter, 0, enter. Then again the side will remain same, 25, enter. The first angle will take 72. Next again 25, enter. Now we'll multiply that one with the next consecutive numbers. Okay, so 72 we have entered. Next will be 72 into 2. Then again 25, 72 into 3. Okay, next again 25, enter, 72 star 4. Okay, so always keep the first angle 0 and the next angle will be depending upon this one. Okay, so if it is a hexagon, we would have entered here 60, 120, 180, 240, and 300. Multiplication of that one until you complete that loop. Okay, so once you draw the pentagon here, okay, so it is resting on one of its sides. In order to have the resting on sides condition, there is a one rule normally we assume is the resting edge should be perpendicular to the XY line and it should lie left side to the observer, just for a convenient. Okay, and here when you look back to the pentagon here, okay, do you find any of the lines perpendicular to the XY line? No, even this is inclined, 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 then it is parallel. So we are supposed to make any one of the edge perpendicular to the XY line. So how to make that one? Put a box and select the pentagon. And here in the move command, we have a command called rotate. Okay. So when you click on that one, so here we are going to get a properties here. Okay. So always keep this one in a white background. Okay. We want to rotate the original object itself. So if you need a copy here, then it should be in a yellow background. So for example, if I have a yellow background, say if I rotate, we get a copy of that one. That is not required for us. Undo. Okay. So select the pentagon, go to the rotate command, copy should be off. Okay. Select the horizontal line, left hand, then right hand. Always select the horizontal line only. So now it will ask for a rotation angle. You can give 90° and put it in a clockwise direction. Okay. Once this one is done, select everything. Just drag it a little bit. Okay. Now you can see this line is perpendicular to the XY line. Okay. So that is a condition. So if a plane is resting on one of its edges, then that edge should be perpendicular to the perpendicular to the XY line, and it should be left side to the observer. Okay. Now let's do the dimension here. We'll go to the smart dimension, click on any one of the edge and drag a little bit away. Okay, that's a 25. And if you need to have a clarification, you can just click on the angles 1 and 2. Okay, so once it is done, you just undo that one. Okay, so now let's do the naming here. So text. So start from the left bottom, A, then B, then C, then D, then E. Okay, so move those text a little bit away. Okay, so this is how exactly we do the pentagon. Now let's zoom that one properly. Now when you see this one from the front, it is from the bottom side, it will be seen as a line. So we are going to have a projection line which are 0.13. Come to the point B, extend the line till here. Okay, come to the E and join to the C. It should be vertical line, and come back to the XY line. Again, it will intersect, drop there, and from D, stop a vertical line. Okay, that's how exactly we're going to take a projection. So when you see that one from the front, it will be seen as a line. So I will take a 0.5. So move on this vertical line, connect each vertical line. So this is the front view of the pentagon. Let me just change the color for a time being. Okay, so that's how. Now when it comes to the naming here, so when I see from here, this whatever the straight line will be look as a just a one point here. So when I see from the bottom side, the A will be visible first and B will be in line with that. So I will write A dash in the bracket, B dash. Similarly, E and C are on a same line. So we'll write E dash first and in the bracket C dash in the next one. And the last point will be D dash. So select all these things and move the boxes a little bit away from the line and place it accordingly. Hope it is clear, right? So this whatever the pentagon we are seeing from the bottom side here, and when I see from here, this line will be seen just like a point here. So I can see A, but B is behind that one. So I will write A in the bracket B, and same thing is C, E and C are both on the same line. So we'll write E dash outside the bracket, and C will be in line with that one. So we'll write a C dash, then we'll write a D dash. So this is the first position. The first position with respect to the HP and resting on the side. The next will be it is inclined to the HP. The inclination with respect to the HP will be visible in the front view. So front view means front view will comes above the XY line. So we are supposed to start from above the XY line. Okay, now what we'll do now here, we'll select this line, the front view line, and we'll go to the move command here. Okay, here I need a copy of this one. Okay, let's have a copy, yellow background, and move from the left hand. So you can see there is a copy of that line which is coming with you, and keep it on the XY line. When you come near to that one, it will change its color to the red color. So click there, right click. Now again go back to the rotate command. Okay, so copy should be off now. So select the left hand, select the right dead end. Okay, don't select in between. Now what is the angle they have given? They have given it as a 60 degree. It will highlight to the rotation angle. You just enter 60, press enter, left click and then right click. So now automatically the line is rotated to the 60 degree. Now let's check the angle here. Go to the angle between, select this line and this line, drag it a little bit, 60. Okay, so while rotation, there should not be any original line we are going to retain. Okay, the same line will be rotated to the 60 degree. Now to do the naming here, the same naming should be carried forward. So I will go to the move command, copy on. So click, it will get selected, then click it one more time, it will come along with your cursor and keep it here. The same thing here, the same thing with the D. I've already told in the previous videos also, whenever an icon with a yellow background, that means it is inactive. You did not click again and again. You did not click again and again. Once it is clicked, so it is active. So you can do that one many times. Okay. So press escape now. Okay. So this is the website. Now when I see the same pentagon from the top one, how it looks now, we need to project it down. So there are three ways to do the projection here. So the random way is we'll select a line with a 0.13 projection line. Remember, so from each end we'll drop a vertical lines 1, 2, then 3. Then from each point from the left end we'll draw horizontal lines. Okay, and we know the trim option here. Go to the trim, put a line across these extra lines and this extra. So it will go. Now, how to identify the points here? Now, first let's name it. Okay, we'll go to the move command, copy on. So this is A. So this is the line which represents AB, and A is coming here. So this point will be our A. And when I take a B, B again will come here, and C will be here. This line stands for E and C. So this is C, and this is a E. Okay, the last one is a D here. You move on the horizontal line, check for the vertical line here, it intersects here, keep it here. Okay, now take a line with a 0.5, carefully wait for the intersection symbols here, A, B, see it is toggling between the midpoint, better you zoom properly. Now it will come. So now the D is end point here, and E again will be end point here, then again A will be the end point. So now you can see this is how exactly it will be visible in the top. Oh, yeah, I have done a mistake. So be careful while taking a projections, it should be to the end point. Okay, so this is the one method. This is a random way we say. Okay, so just drop horizontal and vertical lines and trim the lines, and wherever they intersect, you just drop the lines. Okay, so there's a one more easy way, and that is what is called trim corner method. For that one, you take again a 0.13 line, just draw one line, one small line here, and select that line. Okay, go to the move command, copy on. From the top dead end, you select that line and move on that line. Wherever you get an end points, you just click. So we'll get a three end points. You drop those things, and repeat the same here. So just draw one small horizontal line from any one point and select that line. Go to the move command, left dead end, select the end point only, click to the each corner. That's here we have a pentagon, so 5 corners we are going to keep it here. Okay, so 3 vertical lines, 5 horizontal lines. And in the trim option, here we have one option called trim corner. Okay, click on that one. Now go one by one. So this is the line which is for A, and this is the line for A. Automatically it will get corrected. So line B, line B, line C, line C, line D, line D, line E, then line E. Now you can see all the ends automatically you will get it here. Okay, now let's move the naming here. A is this one, B is this one, D is this one, sorry, C is this one, D is this one, then E will be here. So this is a simple one. Now you take a line, go to 0.5 mm, then go with the end points. Like this. Okay, this is the second way normally we do. And there's one more option. Okay, that is what we say alignment indicator. Let's see that also once. Okay, for that one, you are supposed to check here in the tools alignment indicator is on, that it should be in a ticked one. Now take a line. Okay, so let's say I will take it from AB first. Okay, when I move down, the B comes first. So freeze the line to the vertical one, 90 degree. Now move to the B. Just move to the B. Can you see the dotted line? Once you get a dotted line, click and move to the B. Should be 0.13. Okay, now repeat the same here. Now take a 0.13 line. Now you need not go back to the AB. From this end itself, take a line, freeze the line 90 degree, then come to the A and click. Make sure that like the lines are horizontal and vertical. Now move on this line. Where is that E and C is here. Now again freeze the line to the 90 degree. When I'm coming down, first is a C. Go near to the C. You will get dotted line. Click there and click here. And again freeze the line 90 degree. Come back to the E and now D. Freeze the line 90 degree. D and D. Okay, so now join this one with the 0.5. Let me change the color here. So A is a B, C, D, E, then A. Okay, now go to the move command, copy on, move the naming. Okay, so you can follow any of the methods. Okay, so all the methods are easy. Okay, depending upon the time limit, you can follow things. Now again the question is, which is the resting edge? The resting edge is always the left one here. Okay, let me check out here I have not connected the line properly. Okay, right. Now the last position is it is inclined to the VP. Inclination with the VP will be visible in the top here, and the resting side is inclined. Okay, so we are going to start the problem below the XY line now. Okay, now so we are supposed to take this pentagon, select only the pentagon here, and go to the move command, copy on. From A or B, you just move this one here. Okay, then once this one is done here, so select this pentagon. Now go to the rotate command. Now the resting edge is this one, AB. Always select the left top corner and the left bottom corner. Left top corner, left bottom corner. And you can see again it is asking for rotation angle. So we need a 45 degree. Okay, so just enter 45 center. Click. Okay, now go to the angle between, show the angle between this line and this line. is a 45 degree. That means now you can see when we move the naming here. Okay, so A is this one, B is this one, C is this one, D is this one, now E is this one. Okay, so initially what is the relation between this line and xy line? They are perpendicular, but we are supposed to make it a inclined at a 45 degree. Okay, just take it and rotate by 45 degree and make sure that you measure that angle to confirm that it is we have taken it as a 45 degree. Okay, now use any of the one method again. Okay, the methods which I have told in the previous step. Let's take it black color. Okay, so now if I start from A, so now AB is on the xy line. Stop this line till the xy line itself. Okay, check AB is here. So click here. One. Let's check the thickness of this one. Okay, so now take a line again. 0.13. So move from the B. Zoom it. From the B, B is on the xy line. Then from the C, freeze the line 90 degree. Move up. Come to the point E. Now see. Fine. Now again come to the D. Freeze the line 90 degree. You can just click. Okay. Now E is on the C line. Yeah. Okay. Or else I said draw one line, a vertical line, and move that line. This is the second way to each one. Okay. 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Then draw one vertical line, small one. Move that one to each end point. Okay. Now use the trim corner method. So A is here. So A is here. Okay. So this XY line will trim off. You can extend that one. So B is here. B is here. Okay. Then C is here. C is here. Then D is here. D is here. And E is here. E is here. Okay. Now after this one, you just extend this XY line till here. This is the one disadvantage with respect to the trim corner. That will be easy. You can just follow the alignment indicator. So when this one is done, take a line with a 0.5. Okay, so connect it. This is A, this is B, careful, and C, and D, and E, and back to the A. Okay, so to do the naming here now again, you can go back to the move command. So select this is A, B, B, C, C, then D, D, then E, E. Okay, but these are all front view. So now we'll go back to the text and we'll drop one dash here and select that one and go to the move command. Okay, so zoom these things properly and put a dash near to dash. So that's how exactly we put. Or else you can just type A dash, B dash, C dash, and a D dash. So this is how exactly we're going to do. So the third position. So if you complete this one, you will get a 20 marks. So each position, say for example, this carries a 5 marks, and this carries a 7 marks, and this carries a 8 marks. Okay, 5 plus 7 plus 8. Okay, it is almost equal to the 20. Okay, so how to approach for the problem? So this is very important. Okay, you are supposed to remember these things, how exactly we are going to do that one. And the next thing is you should know how to construct that lamina. And the next thing will be depending upon the whether it is resting on edge or a side, you are supposed to place that uh, lamina, okay, by using a rotation command. Then you can go on projecting the things. Okay, so that's how exactly we can do the problem. Okay, means the problems which are there in the first set, okay, which is resting on the edge and the edge is inclined, you can follow and complete the problem in this way. Okay, there are two more, like problem number 1 and 8 already uploaded. So in this one we have explained like how to understand the planes problem from the beginning. Okay, so if it is resting on HP or VP, how to go with that one is discussed here. Okay, if you need any clarification and all, you can just comment in the comment box. We'll just go through that one, or if you need any other problems also, you can just ping. Okay, so we'll see that. Thank you.